Patriarchy. If you listen to modern day feminists, they'll tell you that that's a bad word. And I disagree. And I'll tell you why in a second. I recently went to a workshop called the REI Unstoppable event in Salt Lake City. And one of the exercises they had us do while we were there was consider how the 8-figure version of you would show up in your business. And when I first heard that, I thought to myself, what does that even mean? Because if I knew how the 8-figure version of myself would show up in my business, I'd already be doing it and I'd be worth 8 figures. But during the course of the exercise, I was brought back to an experience I had a little over a year ago during my son's 2nd birthday. After we had taken them to the aquarium, I asked the families that were involved with us there where we wanted to go for lunch. And I couldn't get a straight answer out of everybody. And it occurred to me that the reason I wasn't getting a straight answer from people was because some of them didn't have the means to pay for lunch. Or at least it wasn't going to be easy for them. And so I had a decision to make. I took on the responsibility of making that decision, and I decided that I was going to pay for everyone's lunch. So I took the entire family over there, and while we were sitting there, I realized that the role of a patriarch is to be that provider and that protector. And that I felt like I had stepped into that role because I'd never done something like that before. And I knew that everyone had a seat at the table. And I realized that the 8-figure version of myself is a patriarch. He shows up, he protects, he provides, and he makes sure that everyone on his team and in his business has a seat at the table. And so that's why I think that the word patriarchy is not a bad word. If that spoke to you and is something that resonated with your heart and you want to find the 8-figure version of yourself, you need to be with us when we do it again in September. And if that is you, you're part of my tribe. I want to make sure you have a seat at the table. So send me a DM with the word patriarchy, and I will get you the link so that you can be there with us when we do it again in September.